Welcome to Quantum Yield, where we combine AI and financial insight to forecast and manage the yield curve with precision and confidence. At the heart of Quantum Yield's platform are four core pillars, each designed to transform how we forecast, understand, and act on the Treasury yield curve. First, we combine principal component analysis with LSTM deep learning to turn complex data into clear scenario forecasts, tuned with Bayesian optimization for real-world accuracy. Next, we bridge AI with stylized method, for example, Nelson-Siegel. By mapping yield curve shape into macro features, we preserve interpretability while gaining the flexibility of AI. Third, we extract level, slope, and curvature signals directly from the curve. PC1 through PC3 help user act on what matters, direction, spreads, or curve shape, under any regimes. Provide streamlined strategy development environment. Last, yield intelligence is the insight layer of quantum yield, classifying curve behavior, aligning forecasts to macro scenarios, and overlaying news sentiment. With comparative charts and a PCA tracker, it reveals what's moving the curve and why, turning raw forecasts into contextual, explainable, and actionable decisions. Pillar 1. We combine principal component analysis with long short-term memory networks, or LSTM. First step, we use principal component analysis to reduce noisy macro and yield curve data into core components, making patterns more visible and actionable. Second step, our LSTM model captures sequential dependencies in the data, learning how past macro trends and policy shifts shape future curve movements. Pillar 2. Our approach maps the Nelson-Siegel yield curve, a proven parametric model, for example, Nelson-Siegel, into PCA-based macro features that feed into LSTM forecasting. This bridges interpretable economic structure with the flexibility and adaptability of AI. Pillar 3. We apply PCA dynamically across the yield curve to isolate three stable and interpretable movements. PC1 for directional shifts, level, PC2 for steepening or flattening slope, and PC3 for curvature patterns like humps and twists. These components adapt over time, enabling targeted strategies under changing volatility regimes. By analyzing the momentum of PCA components, PC1, PC2, and PC3, our platform helps user identify regime shifts using simple moving average crossovers or any customizable methodologies. For example, a rising PC1 trend above its short-term average may signal bullish curve movement, while a declining PC2 crossing below its long-term SMA can signal a flattening trade. These momentum signals can be used to guide directional positions, spread strategies in 2- and 10-year spreads, or curvature trades, such as butterfly formations, giving user structure, timing, and confidence. These are the main functions in the strategy Brewer that user can benefit from streamlined functionalities. Pillar 4. Yield intelligence helps users interpret forecast outputs by revealing how and why the curve is moving. A classification panel is to classify each yield curve shape to detect steepening, flattening, or inversion patterns in the histories. B. Model fitness panel scores how closely a forecasted curve aligns with macro scenarios like recession or policy easing. C. News sentiment panel overlay financial news sentiment to help users understand market reactions to macro headlines. D. Comparative charts let users to compare multiple forecasts side by side across scenarios and maturities based on the same time steps. E. PCA tracker breaks down yield curve changes into PC1, PC2, and PC3 so users can pinpoint what's driving movement. Yield intelligence is the insight layer of the Quantum Yield platform, designed to bridge AI-driven forecasts with real-world understanding. It classifies curve movements, measures how forecasts align with macro scenarios, and overlays news sentiment to explain what's driving the shifts. With interactive comparative charts and our PCA tracker, users can explore what's changing, why it's changing, and how to act on it. In short, yield intelligence transforms data into decisions, making every forecast explainable, contextual, and actionable. Together, these four pillars unlock more than just forecasts. They unlock foresight. They connect macro awareness with yield curve structure and bridge machine learning with actionable strategy. This is how Quantum Yield elevates human intelligence through AI collaboration, not by replacing judgment, but by empowering it. Thank you for watching. To learn more, connect with us at quantumyield.ai.